Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. What's happening, party people? Time for me to put the finishing touches on this 850R. Had this thing rolling up on the jack stands yesterday. But man, let me tell you, them wheels felt bad even in the air. So I'm gonna put some finishing touches on this thing, wrap it up, get started on the other one over there, the white one. Man, let me say this. Man, these West Coast folks are taking care of Robert DIY. I might have to make this an annual trip out here. At least once a year, come out here, hang out, help people tinker on their stuff, and enjoy the weather and generosity and kindness of these folks. So let me quit basking in my good time I'm having and get to work. Just for giggles, I'm gonna fire this thing up and start it just to make sure it's still running from yesterday. I'm gonna put the rest of this heat shield on the back of this turbo. I'm gonna put this engine cover on over the spark plugs. I'm gonna see if I got this reservoir cap in my car. I'm gonna put this little tube that goes from here to there, then just clean up some of the trash from in here. Other than that, I might be done. I could put these brake pads on there, but I think the pads on there is probably fine on the back. I already did the front. But let me go ahead and do those few things. Look, make sure I got everything on the inside tidied up. I tidied up everything in the back yesterday. I see a couple screws in there on the little shelf back there I need to put on that little speaker contraption he's got. Other than that, I'm pretty much done with this one. I can get started on that white one. Starting off with that rear hatch replacement. Heater core area looks totally dry. I can put that together and put this panel on under here. Button this up. Whoop whoop. Let's see if this puppy fires up. The owner asked me about this radio if I seen the code on it, so I'll check that. But let's see if this puppy starts up real quick. Fire right up. Engine quiet down pretty quick. That's the way I like it. Man, I drove a quarter of a mile yesterday. I'm going to grab my scanner and reset that oil change reminder. Got the heat shield on. Doesn't have the rear mount, but it has these two, and I just kind of let it float over the back side of it. Now I'm gonna put this ground wire on because I seen it was loose. Where the heck that ground wire go? Put this ground wire on here, put that bracket on the back of the fuel lines, put the bracket on top of the fuel lines here, and secure this timing belt cover. Put the other cover on and label the timing belt sticker. Got the timing belt cover on, the spark plug cover on, the ground wire hooked up, the fuel line secure. Now I'm getting ready to replace these headlights, and the shaft on the headlight wiper keeps spinning and that nut is stuck on there, so I'm gonna have to get vice grips. Also, that thing pushes in and out, kind of strange, but I'm gonna put vice grips on there, lock that down, replace these headlights with the new ones the owner got. Installing these lights on this 850. Already got a rub mark on that, need to be polished out. Oh, it's just dirt. Besides that, they're plug and play. They have H1 bulbs. I've actually already blown bulbs in these lights, whereas in my 850 lights, I almost never have blown a bulb. It's got special teardrop bulb, rings. You could wire all that stuff up special. Now this is the harness that plugs into your corner light. This is the harness that plugs into your headlight. Looks like it's got a pin or two bent in there. So What I do with the corner light, because it comes up under the bumper, I take the cross member loose, 2 screws, I pry it out, I push the cord up in the back of the light. Now I can install a light and plug them in. Other than that, your cord won't reach around under there. It's awkward. There they are, folks. New headlights. Let me go see if they work. Nothing better than new headlights. Everything's working. Those are the brights. I'm gonna shut it down so I don't drain the battery. I'm somewhat shocked. It took me a half hour to get the car off the jack stands. I started to jack up that side to remove that jack stand, and the car was falling off the jack stand on this side. So I got the bottle jack, jacked up the subframe, and I had to go up so high, I needed a couple pieces of wood to get it up high enough to get the jack stands out. Then when I lowered the car down, I forgot the car had lowering springs. The car landed on the jack. Then I had to jack it up, put it on the jack stand, let the jack down, still wasn't low enough. I had to jack it up some more, put it on the jack stand, then I couldn't get the jack stand out. Then I had to get another jack. Half hour getting the car off of jack stands. I forgot it's lowered. Anyway, we are officially done with this car. I'm gonna do an inventory of the petty stuff, send that to the owner, get started on the white car. We're gonna kick this off by replacing this rear hatch. Kind of a mess. Back window's broken out. It's easier and cheaper to replace the whole rear hatch. So let's get cracking on that and see where we go from there. This car has been parked 7 years. I'm not sure where this hatch came from, but I'm pretty sure it came from an 850 because it's got that light there. But we want to check these wires, see if they match up. If they don't, we might have to switch this harness. So over here we got number 2 open, and over here nothing's open. So let's see how this looks on the other harness. Got that hose disconnected. The harness appears to be the same. Got that disconnected. Now all I got to do, oh, it was some weird wire there. I don't know what that was for. Maybe some kind of antenna or something for a cell phone at one time. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock these T30s loose. Yep, there it is, some kind of cell phone antenna. Knock these loose and remove this door. Before I pulled this off, I needed to release these attachments from these hinge gaskets. Got those loose on both sides, broke the bolts loose, I'm ready to pull those out. I should be able to pull the bolts out, hold up the end, and it should stay up there. Then I'll set the tool down, grab the other end, and flip it off. Got it up there, secure. Whoever harvests this, I don't even know where that goes. I gotta keep my eye open for that. Whoever harvests this, they didn't unplug this from the hose connections. They just cut it off. So we got to find something to bridge that together. And I'm getting ready to put this piece of harness together and route it down in there, plug it in. And then I'm going to work on switching the lock assembly. The keyhole thingy. Because you want the right keyhole thingy. 95, 850. That says GLT. We need to make that T5. 4 screws across the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if this thing comes off. That would be nice if it's unhooked enough to come on. Yep, got some kind of linkage in there. So let's go in there and see how to work this off and get this done. Got a wire or 2 to disconnect. Awesome. Disconnect this wire from here, and I unhook this hook from in there. Let's see if it comes out now. Yes, it does. That was easier than I expected. So we'll just swap the key thing, the whole panel over for the key thing. Now I'm going to take this panel off. Look at the video linked below in the description area to see the proper way to take this off. Other than that, you're going to break it. Didn't realize this didn't have none of the mechanics in here. Anyway, you always need to look along this latch mounting area because it often has cracks, and you need to stop drill the end of those cracks so those cracks don't get bigger. So I'm going to grab my drill, put a little stop drill on the end of those cracks, then I'm going to mount this latch and the handle and the wiper and all the other stuff that needs to go in here. Done for the day, riding off in the sunset. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.